And I think we're just about finished here. And one more last thing. All right, thank you for being patient with me while I set up my screens. This is not going to be a long chat, considering that it's Monday. I don't want to, keep everybody here for that much. I'm hoping y'all have jobs. I'm hoping that my subscribers are not a bunch of losers. No, I'm just teasing. I'm hoping to keep this short. I'm hoping to talk about a few things. So let's talk. JK Pioneer, thank you so much. Edgewater Heating, thank you. Steve O. Joshua Rays, well, what do ya know? Christopher Cortez, what's up, killer? Nice rifle. Thank you so much. Ping Pong, thank you so much. And so early in the show, Brett Yarborough's got a message retracted. He must have not felt comfortable with it. Anyway, let's check out some news articles real quick. Cryptos are up. Bitcoin's up 3.38 cents. Yesterday it was actually 10,600. Let me turn on that screen actually. Okay. So cryptos are up again. They're up over $300. Let's see, Chainlink. For those of you getting Chainlink, they're down. Actually, they're way down. They used to be $19 for a Chainlink. Litecoin, it's about right. Give or take. It's 48 right now. It was floating right around 50 just before it crashed. But my two favorite, the only two I really care about right now, and they are Theta. Theta's sitting consistently. Remember, that's the key word, consistently above 50 cents. So that's positive news for you Theta owners. I say consistently because there's nothing to brag about when it's just doing this number, just barely touches 50 cents and comes back down. But it's consistently been sitting at right around 52. I think yesterday or the day before touched 56 cents. So it's consistently over 50 cents. So for example, if you own 20,000 of these, that's $10,000 in your pocket. A little over $10,000, I might add. I'm not that lucky though. Digibyte. Although Digibyte prices just slipped a little bit, its ranking has slipped significantly, and I would imagine that's because a lot of cryptocurrencies have made some moves. But my next favorite one is Digibyte, which is 2.1 cents. Just sitting at 2 cents, let's just call it what it is. It's 2.1, we'll just round it down to 2. 2 cents, great time to buy some Digibyte. I mean, think about it. If you dumped $100 in, you're probably going to get what? 4,000, 5,000? Somebody out there can do the math. So when it comes to the silver's been doing pretty good also. Nothing really to brag about. Silver's been floating right around that $27 mark. But it's up about 20 cents, 10 cents from yesterday maybe. So it's really actually 34 cents because there's your price. The New York spot market is closed and the Asian European market is open. So it's sitting right at around 27.34 right now. Again, it's up, but just a few cents. Hey, at least it's up. Hoping by the end of this weekend we might see $28. I'm hoping. It would be nice. What's that old saying? Shit or get off the pot. I'd rather see either go up and shoot for the moon or fall back down so we can buy more. Is where I'm at with silver. I love stacking silver. Every now and then I'll pull out the entire stack. And no, I don't do full stack videos, but every now and then I'll pull out the entire stack and I'll count it. Because I forget after a while how many I have. So I was kind of pleased. I was kind of pleased. Still a little bit under my goal, but quite pleased. And given that, let's say hello to a few people before I talk about some news. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it again. So what do you think about that silver eagle that's over my shoulder? What do you think about that? I'm not getting many comments on that, surprisingly. I thought that would be a real big hit. But it's a high-resolution picture I bought online. Let's see, who's here? Six Semper Tranus Vindi Vicky. Okay, Six Semper Trianus. Hi Brass, why is Canada not on fire? I don't know. You tell me. It's just the Democrat states on the West Coast. But we're not supposed to believe, and I'm speaking to High Brass because he asked the question, we're not supposed to believe that somebody's going around setting fires throughout the state of California and Oregon. No. That's not the new BLM Antifa routine now, their form of terrorism. That's no. Even the Democrat news stations came out. Oh no, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that fake news. Meanwhile, people are getting arrested left and right for starting fires. So yes, I do believe that this is the new form of terrorism, or something to add to their cachet. Reyes, thank you so much. Joshua Reyes in the house. Thank you very much for the pronunciation check. I appreciate it. And when I do mispronounce a name, I'm really sincere about this. I'm not doing it to be a smart aleck. I'm not doing it purposefully or to be anything. Sometimes I stink with pronouncing some names. So please do not be offended. It's nothing personal. I just sometimes have a hard time reading. And these glasses are not perfect. Ben Frank, OG Ben. Thank you so much. Jerome Powell. Okay. Thank you very much. Timothy Brown. Hey, guys. Silver Maple. Gold and silver are the only cryptos I buy. Good for you. Nothing wrong with that. We all got our likings and dislikings. My main stack is silver and gold, but I am definitely diversifying into some things that have so far made me some money. Nick, hello back to you. Thank you so much for being here. I just hope we all can get along. Some people only stack silver and gold. I stack silver and gold in some crypto, so I hope you don't hate me for that. I'm just trying to make it work. I'm just trying to diversify. Rolf Steiner in the house. Thank you again. Gabby Barr, pre-33er. Thank you so much for being here, 49er. Thank you. I love that mute button. Remember, I used to cough in the microphone. Remember the good old days? Gabby Marr, thank you so much for being here. Brooklyn Celluloid, thank you. Anybody from New York, Brooklyn? I was born in Brooklyn, actually. So anybody from that neck of my woods has got a soft spot in my heart. Looking forward to 2021 Eagle new design. I saw the new design, and although it wasn't ugly, I wasn't impressed. When you take a look at that over my shoulder and compare it to the new design, I'm really not seeing it. Do you see how the camera just focused on my finger temporarily? There it goes. You see that? But anyway, I really wasn't all that enthralled with the new design. I think they could have done better. Not impressed at all. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to get a few. Oh, no. I'm going to get a few. That actually might drive the price of the old design up. I'm just saying it might. If they're not making that no longer, I don't know. Is the new design, maybe somebody out there can answer it, is the new design going to be sold side by side with that design, and you're going to have a choice of two designs, or are they discontinuing that design? Now that's the question. And if they discontinue that design, is it fair to say a discontinued design might be worth more? I don't know. It's just something to think about, right? I don't know. Again, I wasn't impressed with the new design, but I'll probably get a couple just to say I have them. But I think after I hit my goal, I'm going to start getting a little bit more gold. Or maybe I'll just concentrate on maples. I like maple leaves because of the variation of designs. There's so many different maple leaves out there. Different queens on them. Different, just totally different. I do love the diversity of the Canadian maple leaves between their designs. Some have got a high polished relief. Some got a high polished background, a high polished foreground. Some are frosted with a high polished leaf. There's so many variables, so many different designs and different queens. It's this, you know what I mean? I mean, different image of the queen. But I just definitely like that. That's something I like about the maple leaves. The eagle poster is cool. Overtax. I want a coin like that. I would love to have a coin like that. Definitely. I wish I can tell you how big this is. So just to give it a reference size, this is a 9.5 inch tablet. Watch this, 9.5. Just to give it reference to how big that is. It's a pretty big image up there. Okay. Thank you very much, Gabby Marr. I try to be real. I really do. I try to be genuine. Genuine? Is that a... That's real. That's a real moron there. But I try to be real. I definitely do. You know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I like to talk to people as though you're sitting across the table from me. A lot of places, a lot of YouTube channels, they have scripts and whatnot. I'm just not good at reading scripts smoothly and seamlessly. So I just rather talk from the heart. And sometimes I say stupid things, and sometimes I say good things. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. ID 780, thanks for the chat. I appreciate you being here. Don't thank me. I'm the one that should be thanking you all. I have some of the best subscribers out there. Very intellectual group of people. Global warming. Alrighty. $50 denier. That's right. I'm a denier. I think climate is always changing, folks. It's never static, really, from day to day. It's never static. They're claiming they can forecast weather 10, 15, 20 years out. They're claiming it, but yet they have a hard time getting the weather correct when it's only 20 days out, let alone 20 years out. Again, this is a political thing. I'm 56 years on this planet. They've been doing the same game since I was born in Brooklyn, Nostrand Avenue. It's always a predicament way out beyond what you will remember, what the public will remember. In 20 years, the earth is going to die. We're all going to die, and then another year or two goes by. In 20 years, another year or two goes by. The politicians again in 20 years. 10 years go by, another 20 years, and nobody remembers anything. It's just a freaking routine, that fear-mongering that they're always doing. 15, 20 years, all the ice is going to melt, and it's going to flood the continental United States. Weather is never static, and it's been proven by non-government funded scientists. A lot of what is going on in the weather is the fluctuation of the sun's heating ability, or the sun fluctuates. Sometimes the sun runs a little cooler, and sometimes it runs a little hotter. And scientists have said, our Earth is cooling or our Earth is heating, but the non-government funded scientists will also point to other planets, but they too are heating or they too are cooling in the same ratio. So no, I'm not one of those. Al Aradia, what percent of total assets would you say we should keep as silver and gold? Assets, not counting your real estate, because I can't factor that in. But as far as monetary assets, silver and gold, honestly, it should be a strong 75% of your portfolio. Honestly, I don't care what they say. Yeah, you can go into the stock markets, and there's nothing wrong with that. People are making money on the stock markets, the 401ks. There's nothing wrong with that. But aside from real estate, 75% is a good average. That means some people have a little less because they're diversifying a little bit more into the stock market, or they're diversifying a little bit more here or there, or they might have multiple properties. So it's going to fluctuate from person to person. Personally, as far as cash, 2-3 months cash in a bank. That's all I keep. And maybe a month or two of cash in the house. Other than that, if I have too much cash, it's transferred into precious metals. Honestly. Thank you so much, Radia. Thank you very much. Foxstang Gable, hello, brother. Hello to you, Foxstang. A scraper stack, greetings from the failed socialist state of New York, Westchester. And that's sad. That saddens me. Like I said, I was born in Brooklyn, Nostrand and X Avenue. I was born there, raised in the Bronx. Then we crossed the river over into Spring Valley area. When I say the river, Hudson. And I grew up in New York, and it's just so sad. It saddens me that I really can't go back there. I can't go back there. And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. And the wife and I were just talking about that because I also lived in the Buffalo area. And it's funny that most of the people in the Buffalo area, that means all the communities, the towns around Buffalo, are mostly conservative. And for the likes of us, we cannot figure out how these Democrats are being voted into office when your entire community is like 90% conservative. And the only way we can think of is that the elections are being rigged. I'm going to get off the beaten path here for a little bit. I remember when I was in Florida. I was living in Florida for a little while. And I remember the whole voting issue came up when Bush and Al Gore were running. And the thing was Chads. That was the little paper punch that was slightly hanging. You know, when you punch paper like a hole puncher. Well, that little hanging piece of paper that should have fallen off doesn't. They called that a Chad. And I thought that was odd that all of a sudden, out of many, many, many years, all of a sudden out of the blue, they're complaining about the Chad. But if you remember correctly, during that time, the digital age was just really starting to blossom. And I got to thinking at the time, they didn't have a problem with the Chad. There was no problem with that voting system. It was around when your parents were children. When your parents' were children, it was around. All of a sudden, it's no good anymore. What it was a push to get us off that system. Get us off of that system. It was much more difficult to cheat and put us on a digital system. That is my belief. These digital systems are wireless and have wireless and Bluetooth capability. They have algorithms. They're there to test and count. Not test. They're there to count and submit wirelessly the results. Fudge, people, if they can hack into our computers, they can hack into these voting polls, these voting machines, and they can change the algorithms to count incorrectly. So again, it goes back to the question, how are these Democrats being voted into office when 75 to 90% of the surrounding community is conservative? You got to think. I really don't know the answer. I can only theorize. All right. Back on track, folks. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I like doing that. I kind of do that from time to time. Who else is in the house? I wish I had 20 ounces of gold in that R2D2. Where is that R2? Oh, it's right. See, with that camera, it's switched. I'm like, it's right there. Man, global warming. Okay, who else is here? Greetings, failed socialist state. That's Scrapper Stacker. Thank you, JK Pioneer. I buy pre-33 gold every month. That's awesome. What's your guys' take on palladium? A lot of people like palladium, Ben Frank, but it to me looks too much like silver. I might get confused. I'm not too smart up here, you know. I like to keep it simple. I don't like to spread out my money too thinly. I just go for the silver and gold. It's just how I am. Gold envelope challenge 2.0. Actually, silver challenge is in the works right now. There's going to be a silver challenge coming up. Miss Jess Horse, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Roan Bear in the house. Thank you very much. A moderator for quite a few years now. John Wright. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, John Wright. Renee Michael. Hello, Overtax from Canada's East Coast. Hello, man. I would love to come visit you all in Canada East Coast, do some fishing. Would love that. All right. I just got lost. Silver Strike. Evening all. Cruiser B97. I just started prepping, bought some things today, and it feels good, doesn't it? Little security. It feels good to know that you're taking care of things, you're taking care of your family, and you're getting ready. And again, I said this in many of my prepping videos. My foresight could be wrong, but best case scenario, you unsub me and you got a surplus of food that you got to consume. What's so bad about that? You know what I'm saying? Just buy some extra food for what's coming down the pipe when Trump wins. That's all I'm saying, because they've already promised what they're going to do. The BLM and the Antifa groups. They've already told us publicly. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for taking the time out and joining me. Solar cycles. I for a second, see how empty my mind is after a 10-hour day? I'm like, what is she talking about? Solar, like Peloton bikes? What is she talking? Then I got to thinking, oh, I just talked about the sun. What a maroon. That goes back to the Saturday morning cartoons in the 70s. Maybe many of you probably wouldn't even know what those are. Saturday morning cartoons, my favorite time. What a maroon. Rifle looking nice under the Liberty coin. Oh, thank you so much. You're talking about that one. I appreciate that. I like that. What cryptos do I have? Well, I am kind of new to cryptos, and I need to confess, I was one of those people who spoke rather negatively about cryptos. I went on YouTube channels and would leave comments that were probably, I don't know, weren't the best of comments. I just was very strong against cryptocurrencies until I witnessed a few people make some serious money. And with that money, paid off their home. Some of them moved away and are now living the life. And I learned my lesson. And so I just recently started stacking, I'd say maybe a year ago, with my, we all have our incomes. So I've been buying what I can. So to your question, Bitcoin. I got a little bit of Bitcoin. Ethereum, you should have a little bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, some Chainlink. What else? I know I'm forgetting something. Theta and Digibyte are my main 5. Other people will recommend others as well. So everybody's going to have their favorites. I'm kind of, I'm like you. I have so much of an income, and if I buy too many, I'm managing too many cryptos. And for me, it's the money's too thin, and the fact that I have to manage them all. I just stick with 5, and that's my 2 favorites, though. If you're going to buy some, Theta and Digibyte. Put on my old man glasses. Who else is here? Eric Adventurous, thank you so much for being here. In the late 70s, early 80s, we were told that we would be in another ice age by year 2000. Yep, I remember. As a kid, 7, 8 years old, flying. Kites were the big thing when we were kids. The plastic kites. I was told that as you look up, just realize you're looking at a big ozone hole, and you're all gonna die. And soon the entire ozone layer will disintegrate, and the earth will burn, and we'll all have to live indoors. That's what the politicians were selling back in the mid-70s, early 70s, actually. Roan Bear, thank you. I am 100% long in silver, 90-10 gold. That's awesome. Wouldn't you wish you were 90-10, actually 90 gold, 10 silver? I wish. Surveillance camera. Hi, Tampa Bay in the house. My dream is to have a boat and fish on Tampa Bay all the time. Bring in some grouper, bring it home, cook. Thank you very much for your honesty, detailed answer to my question. You're very welcome. I appreciate it. It's the sun. Yes. It's funny. The wife and I went on an Alaskan cruise. And before we went on the Alaskan cruise, we were told that all the snow and all the ice was shrinking. We went out there, freaking amazing. There was no shrinking, nothing out there. Hanging Chads, that was the name of them. Enjoy your vids, live long and prosper. Thank you so much. Hanging Chads, 2 of them in a row. Brooklyn Celluloid, and yeah, there was that process was good. You would go in, you would punch the hole, boom, done. And I think they really wanted us on something digital, something that could be hacked a little bit easier. See, with a paper ballot, you would actually have to get to it. You would have to physically get to it. And you would either have to remove your opponents or dump in who you wanted to win. That's the only way to rig it. And they were basically mobile safes. And you just put your ballot in there. Now they don't even need to get near that. They just wirelessly hack into it. Or an algorithm, software is written months in advance, and you don't even know it. I live near Buffalo. Yeah, we're not voting for Joe out here. Buffalo, I used to live in East Aurora. One of my favorite places to live. If I could move back, I would. It really saddens me because I loved East Aurora. It was the happiest I've ever been in my 50 some odd years of being on this planet. I love East Aurora. Big Timers Club. Do me a favor, sir. I want you to go and eat a beef on weck for me. You know what I'm talking about. Get you a beef on weck. Don't send me one. I don't want some nappy 2-month-old beef sandwich in my post office box. But you know what I mean? Go out and enjoy a beef on weck, some horseradish, and a nice cold one on, just do it. I appreciate that. Oh, and freaking Anchor Bar. I've been to the Anchor Bar freaking 100 times. I love the Anchor Bar. But beef on weck is really where it's at. Sponge candy, too. Jimbo, it only became a problem when the election was close. Yeah. And back to big time. I'm glad to hear the people in Buffalo are not voting for Joe. But again, it goes back to what I was talking about. Such a conservative location, that whole quadrant of New York. How does Democrat after Democrat keep getting voted in if its surrounding population is conservative? One can only come to the same conclusion I have. The voting is rigged. Somehow it's rigged and stolen. And it's always by a 41 to 50. It's always like a 40. I'm sorry. It's always a 49 to 51. Oh, you guys almost got it. You got 49. It's always in half. Don't give me that crap. It ain't always in half. It's the best way to steal election by saying, oh man, you guys are so close. 49 to our 51. Maybe next time. I don't believe America is 50-50 like the news is trying to sell it to us. No, that is, in my mind, the building of that whole lie. Because you ever notice everything is like almost neck and neck. I don't believe that. I don't believe we're that polarized. I just don't. Jimbo, thank you very much. Who else is in the house? Mr. Skankadank, how did you get Theta? Well, I joined Binance before they stopped selling Theta to the United States. So I got the old version of Binance, so I can get on Binance anytime I want. For most people now, you have to buy your Theta on Godex.io. That's Godex.io. Very simple to use. You don't even need to sign up for it. You just go there. You give them your addresses that you're sending cryptos from. It's going to ask you where you want whatever you're buying, where do you want it to go to. It's very simple to use. Godex. So works flawlessly. I even tested it out. No less than 3 times that I can remember right now. Learn up on pre-33. I will. Thank you so much, Gabby. I started my stack at the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm up to 300 ounces of silver, 1 ounce to gold. 1 ounce of gold. That's amazing. You have more gold than I do, by the way. You really do. Levi City, bro from Toronto. Thank you. Jonathan Aero. Those East Coast Canadian fish jump right into the boat. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Thank you for the Theta walkthrough. He's saying I'm a legend. I don't believe that, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, why do I choose Theta? Because right now it can be had for about 52 cents. They're saying it could go into the hundreds, if not the thousands. Again, no links, nothing, not selling you it. There's no links in my videos. Hey, I have a question. I'm 27, live with my parents, and I finally have enough to build a house, but it would deplete all my savings. What would you do? Give your parents a break. No, seriously, you're 27. Here's what I would do. Find a place you want to live. And at 27, I have to question whether you've done much traveling. At my age right now, I'm trying to find a place that has 4 seasons. See, I'm from New York. I'm used to seeing winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I want to move back to a place like that. Something green and lots of trees. I want to get out of the desert here. I want to pick a conservative state and city. So I would actually maybe do a little research on the internet where you might want to move to. Look at pictures, look at videos on YouTube of those towns, and then maybe take a short vacation to some of those towns and look at them. You don't want to waste and deplete your savings account to find out you're in a place you really don't want to live. Obviously, if you've already made that decision, I would definitely get your own home. Get your own home, regardless of whether it depletes your account. You're 27 years old. You're going to make it back. It is such a wonderful thing to live on your own. You don't have to ask permission to do anything. You can come and go as you please. And you can bet your parents are like whispering, I can't wait till that guy gets the hell out of our basement. You know, just even the best of parents, like, I can't wait till he gets on his own, you know. So that's my advice to you. Just get out on your own. Enjoy your life while you're young. You should, at 27 years old, you should be having a good time. You should be on your own, dude. That's my personal opinion. Enjoy life. Your parents want to run around naked. Down, wow, wow, wow. Boom, 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 boom. That's my little porno music. That's what they want to do. I'm teasing. Don't get mad at me. I'm just... Parents are parents, dude. They want you to be free. They want you to be free, birdie. Dust of feathers come up. Bird's dead. No, I'm serious. They probably want you to... They probably want you to get out in a nice way. Thank you, though, so much for the question. You asked it, I give a blunt answer. Gabby Marr, half the house. Miss Jess Horse. Of course, some of us know about Saturday morning cartoons. You're giving your age away. I'm teasing you. Joey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was awesome of you. Vegas Stacker, I'm in the same boat. I want out of Vegas and go somewhere red with 4 seasons. Get me out of Vegas. Yeah, a lot of people love the desert. I can't stand the desert. It's got 2 seasons. Hot and hot as hell. There's something to be said about the northeast quadrant. I'm not talking about just New York, but there's something to be said about that whole section of the United States. Maine, Connecticut, Vermont, Pennsylvania, New York, that New Jersey. In the holidays, it's snowy, it's beautiful, and it's just amazing. And then in the autumn, you see the leaves change from green to gold and orange. It's just gorgeous. That whole, I'm really considering actually Northwest South Carolina. I'm considering Northwest South Carolina in that area. Hearing it get some snow. It's very green. I'm just looking into it. We'll see. Who else is here? Manuel Campbell, thank you so much. I'm here back for you from Boston. I would love to get up to Boston someday and just have a freaking lobster. Oh, I would love that. Who else is here? Just got word there's a bill working its way through the federal system that would make cops begin to resign, make cops want to resign, something to do with liability. Oh, well, let me guess. It's going to be mandated they all get insurance like doctors. I can see that. Yeah, you're only making $40,000, but you're going to need to get liability insurance. Another way, insurance companies are freaking one of them. They're so diabolical. And I wouldn't doubt if they brought it up. Who else is here? Patriot content. High overtax Long Island, New York here, surrounded by Trump voters here as well. New York, I believe, is now a swing state. Speaking of Long Island, I used to go out to Montauk Point all the time as a kid. Used to love it. I honestly feel they've been doing that to California, rigging elections and voting day. It's sad. California is just a gorgeous place to visit, but I'm hearing mixed singles from people. Some people say, no, everybody is liberal. And then other people say, no, there is a 50-50 mixture. I don't know what to believe anymore. But people got to fight for what they want now. I mean, people need to wake up, and I don't know what to say anymore about it. I don't believe elections are as honest as we've been led to believe, especially elections on the local level. I think they're easier to get away with. So is Digibyte and Theta a way to make a profit if you invest in it? Absolutely. And it's Theta, Theta, Theta. I believe it is. That's majority of my stack. That's how, I'll be honest with you. I told you I had Bitcoin. I sold off all my Bitcoin. I still have my wallet, but I believe in Theta and Digibyte. I sold off all my Bitcoin just to get more Theta and Digibyte. I believe in it wholeheartedly. I ship, thank you so much. Patriot, thank you so much. New York would be a swing state if New York was taken out of the equation. New York, Volkswagen Planet, good evening. Show your support, hit the like button. Thank you so much, Volkswagen. Appreciate it. Honestly, I'm not too hyped up on Trump anymore. Jared Kushner is leading peace negotiations in the Middle East. Bible prophecy is coming true for the end. Trump must win, and I think he is going to. I'm not too hyped on Trump anymore. That's too bad. That would mean that you're pretty much hyped up on Joe Biden. I mean, you're gonna have to make a choice, and I can't bust your butt, for wanting to vote one way or the other. I mean, we all have our, you all got to do what you got to do. I just, a man who just won't get out of his basement, and when he does, he's talking just to cameras and teleprompters. There's nobody in his audience. There's like 4 or 5 people, and most of the 4 or 5 people are his handlers. He paints the white circles, and the people go to their white circles 6 or 8 feet apart, and that's all that's in his audience. Have we seen one Biden thing where he's actually out in front of hundreds of people? He recites a well-rehearsed 2 or 3 minute monologue against Trump and doesn't take questions and leaves. I don't believe he's shown his true colors. Everything is too hidden from the people, in my all-out honesty. But okay. I love the two-party system. We're one step away from communist Russia. Thank you so much. Who else is here? Manuel Campbell. Sorry, I was going to use the F word, the F-bomb. It's a slum here. Tucson has become nothing but a slum. A welfare city. I mean, they're nice, but Tucson as a whole, it's a freaking welfare state. It's gross, dirty, filthy. Joshua Ray, he already told me how to say it, and I forgot it. Reyes. Thank you. Jay Farabee, just saying hello and thank you. You probably can't relocate. The guy probably can't relocate. I'm from Maine. I would love to go visit Maine. Some of the prettiest country in the world. York, Maine. It's gorgeous up there. Boston, that sucks. Montreal. It's cold today. Glad to have you in. You don't have to tell me exactly where, but I am curious in where. South, southeast, southwest, north. I'm just curious.